it's Mr. Scotty Pie, and I am back for another video. So today we are on day 16 of the Cineworld movie challenge. If this is your first video, to let you know what is going on here. Basically, the UK cinema chain Cineworld Cinemas have put up a daily movie challenge on their Twitter page. A link to their Twitter is in the bio. Basically, every day they put up a question about a film which you responded to with your own personal choice. I decided to nick that idea and turn it into this video series. So in today, day 16, is a film with a number in the title. I found this one quite easy, actually. One of my favourite action films of all time. It's got a number in the title, and that is 300. Obviously, there's a few other films which I could have looked at. I could have been cheeky and used it as sequels because it has 2 in the title, but I thought I won't do that. I'll go with a film that I do absolutely adore, which is 300. If you don't know the film 300, it's a artistic license take on the classic Greek legend of the Spartans, the 300 Spartans who took on the mass force of the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire. I'm not sure. I think it's just the Greek Empire. Could have been Roman Empire. I don't know the specifics. This film doesn't really go into this. As I said, this is more of a stylized, artistic license taken on the legend. It's a film that stars Jared Butler and Lena Headey. Came out in 2006, and basically it just follows King Leonidas, who is played by Jared Butler, wants to go to war to stop this huge army, the biggest army in history. And basically his elders say that he can't go because of reasons. I don't want to do any spoilers or anything. If you've not seen the film, I highly recommend it. So basically he goes, okay, and that's fine, and sneaks out with, rather than an army, with 300 of his best soldiers, and they stand tall against this massive army. It's filmed in a really clever way. It's done as if it was a bit of a comic book, because it is based, the actual story, obviously this story itself is based on this Greek legend of these Spartans, but the actual story and the way it's done was taken from the graphic novel 300, which basically is where all the content for the film came from. And basically they seem to have shot some of the scenes, look like they're just taken straight from the graphic novel. Some of the beautiful artwork from the graphic novel they've just taken out and used. So it's a beautifully shot film, absolutely beautiful. The action's incredible. The storyline's weak at best because you're not there for the storyline, you're for the great action. I just described pretty much the whole story in about 2 minutes flat, maybe less than that. It's a weak storyline, so don't expect anything that's going to blow your mind story-wise. The dialogue's there's not much dialogue, but when it is, it's quite impactful. Not enough to make you cry or emotional, but make you go, every line's memorable, I think is the best way to say it. You got such lines as when they're about to go to war, come on soldier, tonight we dine in hell, which is a fantastically delivered line. Pretty much all the lines in this film are really well delivered because the dialogue's so scarce, so when they do speak, it's not wasted. So the reason this film is up there for me as one of my favourite action films of all time, a big reason is the cinematography in this film. It's phenomenal. It looks beautiful. Even the whole tint of the film is like a bit of an orangey, sunset kind of orangey, if you understand what I mean. And that's basically the tint over the film, which is beautifully done. The CGI in the film is absolutely fantastic. Obviously it's from 14 years ago, and I believe it still holds up. A lot of it does, obviously, some of it its age, but not enough to take away from the film. I said the script is very scarce, but impactful because of the words they chose. Seems like every word they chose was chosen for a reason, which I think is fantastic and brilliant. The acting is obviously, it's Gerard Butler film. He's not the greatest actor, but he does action very, very well. And this is his breakout role into Hollywood and major blockbuster films. So this was a big film. Everything about this one's perfect. Even though I said the storyline's quite basic, I think a complex storyline would have ruined this film. I think it would have taken away from what makes it great, such as the fantastic dialogue you get, which I said, because it's so scarce, it works. And I think if it was a complex storyline, that would have disappeared. So obviously the only downfall in this film, I think, actually enhances the other aspects of the film beyond what the downfall would have brought it up to, if that makes sense. So as I said, I think this is a fantastic film. If you've not seen it, and you're into your action films or things like that, or seeing Gerard Butler in just his pants, because he's only just in his pants in the whole film, he never puts anything other than that on. So if you're into that, worth watching for that, I guess. It's a fantastic film, really worth watching. Great action film, beautifully shot, beautiful scenes. So that's my pick of a film with a number in the title, 300. What would your pick be? Why don't you let me know in the comments? Is it 300, or do you have another film I've not even thought of, or a film that you just like a lot more? Let me know in the comments. I do respond to all comments, so let's start a conversation there. If you did enjoy this video, consider dropping a like. That would mean the world to me. And if you want to see more content like this, movie reviews, trailer reactions, me just waffling about films, consider hitting the subscribe button. But that's me. Thank you very much. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you'd like to drop a like, a subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, that would be amazing. And you will see on this side of my head, you will see another video which YouTube has recommended just for you. And on this side of my head, you will see a logo to subscribe to the channel. If you want to hit that, I will love you forever. Goodbye.